Feral Audio.
Welcome to a very special Danny and Mike one-shot wherein the boys discuss black t-shirts, FIFA's corruption, and Danny's rotting tooth. Now play the music, fatty.
I'm telling you, it's all I have.
No, you have 22 black t-shirts. We have 31 black
That's
t-shirts.
not true at all.
Well,
you're out of your damn mind if you think you have more black t-shirts than me. I'm serious.
that fit and that you wear.
100%.
I don't believe you.
I have a lot on that shelf that I don't wear.
believe you.
And that
Bro.
That don't fit you.
Bro.
That they don't fit. It does. You can't quit.
Bro, there's only one way we can settle this.
How's that?
With a slideshow.
For the listener, the slideshow will be very boring to you.
What are you talking about? It will be everything you've ever seen if you're a roadie at in any sort of rock venue.
It's great podcast fodder. I will say that.
You don't have 1 month's worth of black t-shirts, or you would have jumped in, because day one you said I could jump in and do it, and I said do it.
No,
you didn't.
what did I say?
And you
I
didn't.
respected you guys, and I said, no, it's your thing. You do it.
This is sort of like Hercule thinking that he beat Cell because he was around when Gohan kicked his ass. It's not quite the same.
You know, I don't understand your
idea
Dragon
what that
Ball Z
means.
references, man.
I'm just trying to ground it for the I'm trying to ground it for the listener.
Yeah,
there is an overlap of black t-shirt wearing Dragon Ball Z watching people in the world.
Of course there are.
That's your people, Mike.
Not exclusively. And I don't think they want me to speak for them. I just
But
I'm saying that Android 16 was the coolest Android.
I thought you were talking about the phone.
I'm saying that since episode 3,
Oh, yeah.
that I don't know really who Goku is.
Exactly. That's the slug line. The slug line of this podcast is getting Jeremy to watch an episode of Pete and Pete and getting Danny to watch an episode of
Dragon Ball Z.
Two things that will never.
Oh, you
happen.
can. Oh no! Whoa! Whoa! That doesn't sound very good.
Yeah, you just got a tech bonus. Good job.
You can. That's how I think all of the Dragon Ball Z stuff sounds.
To my right,
Oh, you can.
switching it up, Mr. Michael C. Morona.
Wow.
To his right, Mr. Danny, horrible at Dragon Ball Z, Tamborelli.
That
And I'm
sounds
producer
fine with
Jeremy.
me.
So, you've
Nobody
caught
cares.
us at a weird,
Nobody
yeah, I've said that
cares.
before.
I'm sitting here in the guest spot today. 'Cause,
Why is that, Danny?
well, you know, I just feel like I would be a guest on our own show, I guess.
That's not happening.
It's like
So
you would,
thanks for having me, Mike and Jeremy. Cool, nice to see you guys.
it's like you would be getting guest
doing both
sweat
parts?
on all of us.
Twice the sweat.
Yeah, a lot of guest
sweat
It's
out.
very
Would be
humid
twice.
in New York City at this
It is.
very moment, so I don't want to hear it from either of you.
It's what
I'm
you
not
would,
complaining.
It's what you would call a long hot summer.
Yeah, but it's not summer yet.
We're the boys of summer.
It's after Memorial Day.
You know what,
so.
Don Henley, shut up.
Them 86 boys.
What's going on, fellas?
That's the Mets, the 86 boys.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's, I just whooped your ass in the
I know,
new
in
FIFA.
FIFA
demo.
Jeremy hates losing in video games, and I've never seen him take a loss this
Let's
easy.
talk about
It rolled right
video
off
games.
his
I've
back.
been playing GTA 5.
It rolled-
Been going pretty well.
Yeah, I haven't received my PS360 adapter.
Yeah, there was a problem. There was a problem
There's
at
a
the
lag.
store. No, there was just a problem at the store, and I was like, "Hey, where's that PS360?"
Oh yeah, we're
game?
getting
And
a
they're
ground
They
shipment.
said PS360. What is that? And I was like, "No, you know what PS360 is
With
Can
the
I
Genesis adapter,
It's,
you know.
it's the whole thing. Can
and
I
this
just
is
get
the
it?"
Genesis, the Dreamcast
And I went to
overlay.
GameStop. I went to Game Champ. I went to Game Champion.
You
I
went to
the
Stop.
games
You went
of-
to Stop Game.
I went to Stop Game, and they told me to stop and get out.
Because you have no
Stop
game.
Stop
'Cause I have
gaming.
no game,
Stop.
yeah.
Get out of the car. Get out of my
It's,
dreams. Get back in your
I
car.
took it.
It's in the mail. You know. People are like, "Oh no, I totally sent it. It's in the mail."
I thought you brought it here today.
Yeah, I
the
did.
podcast.
I was trying to bring it to the podcast, but it's Sunday.
You
and
left
the
your
mail-
apartment in a rush.
The mail doesn't deliver, and I had some stuff to do, and I got
Sounds
here
like
a little
some
late.
bullshit.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not-
it's
I'm not
fine.
buying
I thought you were
promise.
just going to go to Jersey and switch Paul's while he wasn't looking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you've been to Jersey since
No,
then.
I
That's
haven't.
FYI,
Right?
For the record,
I know.
I haven't.
I have too. I went for
No.
Memorial Day. It
Well,
was
I
in
didn't
North
go for
Jersey,
Mem-
right past
you could
Ramsey
have popped
Outdoor.
over and
I
stacked.
went to my parents' house, and I forgot. Okay, and then I was driving back, and I said, "Oh man." I wish Morona had reminded me to get it.
Yeah, that guy really failed. Epic reminder fail.
You know why I took it well is because it's FIFA, and I don't play FIFA a lot, and I wasn't playing my team. Lots of excuses, but I took it well because I'm fine to lose at FIFA because I don't feel like I'm very good at the game. And Mike, I know, is obsessed with it and plays PS 360 version a lot.
I burned up my PS 120, and then my PS 240. My PS 240 was a gift, a college dropout gift from my parents. So
That's not bad.
Then when are you going to get the 420?
It's always 420.
No, 480. I don't do good with math.
Well,
yeah, it just ounces and quarters.
What is that supposed to mean?
What do you call it? The point of FIFA is that I would be embarrassed if I had lost to you, but we also kind of affirmed what was going to happen pretty much in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, because you scored 2 in like 40 seconds. I don't want to blame the whole FIFA arrests on me losing, but
I've also never used a PS4. I've never played FIFA on PS4 before in my life.
It's nice, huh?
Do I get a beginner bonus for that? Do I get like
I was looking
won.
through
What else
Mike's
you won?
phone, and Sepp Blatter is in his phone. So.
I think we could do it all about that. Soccer has been shown to be real corrupt, more overtly corrupt maybe than a lot of the other ones because
Crazy
internationalized. Sometimes democracy is flawed. I think when you have a series of super legislators like the FIFA Executive Committee is, they're prone to corruption, especially when there's a massive differential between incomes in the countries they represent.
I sent out an Instagram when I was taking pictures of
Nice segue.
Sepp Blatter and whether or not they were going to get he was going to get reelected, saying that I hope that they would just put Blatter in the Cape Town Stadium that's empty now.
I actually like that.
Nothing
bladder,
else.
I thought that
empty
was
bladder
kinda
into
funny.
the toilet.
And just let them hang out there. It's nice. It's
It's
spacious.
$1 billion.
It's half a
bill.
billion dollars.
But you see that all over. There's that stuff in
He
Athens
can
for
do it.
the
He can do it
Olympics.
every place that he's done it.
But how long are we going to keep getting jerked off by these people again and again? Like everybody's psyched about the NFL stadium in LA because, ooh, it's an NFL stadium in LA and it just exists to jerk off other cities so they'll build big stadiums. But when you look at Athens, different places, the biggest stadium in Brazil for the recent World Cup, like those shits are empty. The ones in China have
They just don't do
barely
anything.
been reutilized. You know what I mean? God forbid we ever try to have Olympics in Afghanistan.
There says something crazy like that specifically that Cape Town stadium loses like $8 million a year
Because you
just
have
in
to
upkeep.
maintain it. You have to run.
Really? Like
If you don't run
we're just
the-
gonna build this shit and then you know
didn't
what?
somebody-
Fuck it.
If you
Just let it
didn't
go.
run the
So people wanna
systems all the time, it would
just
break down.
bulldoze it.
Yeah.
Just bulldoze it's cheaper.
Well, didn't
than
somebody have an
losing.
idea of making low income housing or something with the old structures, or is that just too ambitious? Like you couldn't.
I'm not sure. That sounds like a De Blasio plan.
One. Wow. I think the one in Brazil is being used to park buses in.
just one bus.
Buses.
Multiple buses.
Seems a little trap. Are you
Anyhow,
mad that
screw FIFA?
the states don't ever get the bid? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, the
before?
United States bid all the time. Oh, what do you mean?
Like, has there ever been? There's never been a World Cup here.
There was in 1994.
Oh,
that
see,
was.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not a big
Jesus
soccer fan.
Christ,
Where was it? L.A.
You were dropping out of
they did
college.
it in the Meadowlands.
Oh, really? Here.
That was Ireland, Italy
Yeah, Ireland, Italy.
at
That's
the
right.
at the Meadowlands.
That was
See,
the
I
last
didn't-
time. That was probably the last time Ireland did anything.
Any
in the
damage.
World Cup.
So Thierry Henry is forever hated by the Irish for knocking them out of the
yeah.
World Cup qualifiers.
Yeah,
with
that
with
was
a handball
bullshit.
on the
That was
line.
a
It was so
straight
close.
up
It was
bullshit.
it was a handball. What are you gonna do?
See, I didn't know on any of this.
So the
New York
U.S.
City.
So
the U.S. got
episode
the
3 is season 2 of Pete and Pete. What did you think about that?
I like the bus. You know, the bus. The props look pretty good.
In 1994, the U.S.'s World Cup bid was predicated on it starting a domestic league, so that's why MLS happened a few years later. It was kind of the owners of most NFL teams pitched in behind the scenes to put MLS together, and there must have been a lot of bribery to get the U.S. in it in the first place.
I think we've. So
Yes.
what you're saying is bribery's okay.
Insane.
But
Long
Sepp
live-
Blatter
long
wasn't.
live Sepp
He wasn't.
Blatter.
No, he wasn't a part of that. He didn't.
He's already taking offense.
He
By
didn't
the way,
get in.
you know that.
He didn't get in until
You heard that.
'98. I don't think.
No.
I think that even within the range of NFL ownership, you have billionaires and multimillionaires, but almost all of them are like guys who built malls for a while. All the recent owners are like guys who built malls for a while and then decided to buy a team. Further back in the lineage.
Yeah, I did the Mall of America.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly, like
that went pretty good. Oh, you know what we did that was really great? We put a carousel in the middle of the mall.
That was nice.
People loved it. They
loved
came
it.
from miles around just to
Water
use the
slide through a
goddamn-
tank, a shark of tanks.
Oh,
tank
you know what's
shark,
crazy
shark
is
tank.
in the Midwest, like Wisconsin and stuff. When you're driving on major highways,
Nothing.
you see these.
Nothing.
No, you see these like tubes. They have these like indoor water parks everywhere. Yeah, it's true.
At the mall.
If they had
I mean,
outdoor
I'm
ones,
sure
they would
I'm
freeze.
sure
Mall of
they're
America has
connected. I'm sure they're connected to a mall somewhere.
If they had
Or at
outdoor
least a
ones,
big
they
You're
would-
saying
ass gift
state to
shop.
state, there's a secret tube system.
There's a secret
That's
tube
what you're
system that
saying?
goes, yeah, all the way across.
Are you
They're trying to
talking-
do. It's like, you know.
Are you talking about what Ted Stevens called a series of tubes, the internets?
Oh no. You're not particles. It's all of you zipping across at once.
If they had the
And
water
just shoot
parks
you in a
outside,
tube,
they would.
3,000 miles away.
they
just
would
go
freeze,
New York
bro.
to LA and just like a tube, just shoo. That would be fucking great.
Yeah, it brings new meaning to the phrase "tube over country."
I like tuba country. That's a great polka disc that I
Wasn't that
found
your nickname?
in Greenpoint?
Wasn't that your nickname at Hampshire, Tuba Country?
I don't want to talk about it.
Hampshire or Tuba Country?
No, well, both.
Either.
I mean, either. I'm just glad that there weren't cell phones with cameras and all sorts of shit when I was in college, because I would be in trouble.
Because you would have
so
revealed
would you, Michael.
you would have revealed bribery in FIFA at that point,
Oh, of
back in
course
the
I would,
90s
yeah.
when the U.S. first got its bid to its first World Cup.
That's true. A lot of that shit went through Amherst, Massachusetts.
And also,
Most of it.
Yeah, you also had, a cell phone enabled camera as one of the new, early adopters.
I mean, I did have a cell phone camera probably before everybody.
Didn't you have an Apple Newton attached to your messenger bag strap because you wore a messenger bag at that point like everybody else?
I heard some woman in California dropped off, like her husband had died, and she dropped off a whole box full of electronics to an electronics recycling place. And one of the things in there happened to be an Apple One. And so they're looking for this woman to give her a check for $100,000. Because it was the first Apple computer
Been
ever made.
sitting in my garage for 20
I guess her
30
husband was like
years.
an electronics geek.
Jeremy is preparing love letters with
Yeah.
with the name
Please,
not
darling.
filled in.
I need this.
Dear Apple One love affair.
No, dear Abigail. He's gonna write every single.
Dear Abigail.
Yeah.
At least he'll write to some lady. He doesn't write to many.
Mike, how's your job going?
Speaking of
Any burns?
speaking of segues, I haven't hurt myself. I barked my shin on Shades of Blue this week.
You
Just-
barked it?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
It's a technical term when something like a piece of metal reaches out and grabs your
really?
shin. Yeah,
I
as
didn't
I was
know that.
getting over the set.
So many things I'm
But
learning
here's
in
the
this
thing,
episode. We
but
should
that
never
doesn't-
have guests
That doesn't make
again.
any sense.
No,
Bark. It barked me. When you get
No,
barked,
no.
when
You
you're- when
barked.
you're-
No, I barked my shin.
You barked your shin.
Yeah,
But I'm just
yeah.
saying, like, you're getting. I don't understand what bark means. That's the whole
Can't
thing.
you just accept it and move,
No, I can't.
move on?
No, I can't, because it's like bark. You want to be like, oh, it's I'm scared. It's like all bark and no bite, right? But
the
you
show-
got bitten by the metal, so shouldn't you?
The show is
got
going
bitten?
good so far. I don't think NBC Universal is going to care if I talk about the show because it hasn't begun filming yet or anything. So we've been prepping, buying things, and I'm going to fix up the truck this week and check out the equipment. We're shooting camera tests, all the things that go into a TV show.
I'm Googling barking the shin, and it actually comes up, and I can't find to rub off the skin of a braid.
That's what I did.
Barked my shin on the car door.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you. Go.
Once again, my fact checker blows you out of the water.
It's not because I didn't believe it. I just wanted to have a further explanation.
just
than
curious.
what-
She was
That's
one of
all
the
I
best
wanted
things
to know.
about the show in New Haven.
Connecticut?
Yeah, in Hamden at the place.
I mean, the whole thing was great. You don't have to talk, shit about it.
But whenever Jeremy was wrong and I was right,
yeah, I know. It
If
makes you
Miss-
feel so good.
no, you
Miss
just you
Google.
wish you had that in real
Wait,
life,
why-
like the Chappelle court recorder, the tiny stenographer.
Man, they had a Chappelle marathon on during Memorial Day weekend, and I got
You never
I got a
loved
little
America
hooked.
more. You
Yeah.
never loved America
God
more
bless
than that
America.
day. Yeah, so that's how the show's going.
That's great.
It's a New York-based show. It's going to be gritty.
I heard that our our third of Man Boobs is
You guys are working
together. You guys.
Yeah, it was weird to see Brendan.
I didn't hear
upright,
that it was weird. I heard that
especially
you
upright.
made it weird.
No, upright with clean clothes on.
Did you hug him from behind?
No. Can I tell the story? Can I tell the story now?
Please
Because
do.
I've heard some shit. I've heard some scouting stories where, Brendan's being a nice guy, opening the door for everybody, and like everybody goes through, and then Mike goes through and gently caresses his hand, and while everybody watches, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
Sounds like
Morona.
Sounds like Mike.
Handsy.
Yeah, you're getting real handsy.
Funny because Danny's normally known as the handsy one of the bunch.
Well, I learned to be handsy from.
I learned it from watching you.
I learned.
Impossible.
Where did you learn to do this? I learned it by
Answer
watching
me.
you. Okay.
Okay.
Does anybody even have cigar boxes anymore?
I have a bunch of
There's
them
one right behind you.
from my grandfather, who's been dead for a bunch of years.
Okay.
You got one from him.
I have a bunch of them actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool.
Why are we talking about cigar boxes?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Because that's what the kid keeps the stuff in.
Oh, that's right.
That
That's right, in the PSA.
Jesus,
Your
Jeremy.
mother found this in the closet.
Jesus, Jeremy. Obviously,
No,
the
but-
years of drugs have eroded your memory
No, I don't
to
do
the
drugs.
point where you don't recall the ad.
He's just too old, man.
But you didn't reference it at all. I mean, some people would never. I mean, that's a very minute detail of that commercial. I don't.
But you
I
remember
wouldn't-
the
I
audio.
do
I do actually
that.
remember
Because we
that.
did a
I
sketch about it. That's the reason why I probably remember it.
You remember the audio.
Yeah.
Anywho, guys.
Oh boy.
So this is an adventure. This is
is special.
an adventure of the mind.
This is the final countdown because Dan and I have taken. We have quite appropriately. Dan is air guitaring right now because I'm wearing my U.S. Air Guitar Contest T-shirt as my final black
Yeah,
T-shirt
this
of
is
Black
it.
Tees from May.
Black
It's the
Tees
last
for
day
May.
of May. It's May 31st.
For those of you who didn't know, these guys have been doing on Twitter. Have been doing posting a T-shirt a day, a black T-shirt for
Black
May.
T-shirts
Hashtag
every day.
Black T-shirts for May.
For May with the number 4.
Maybe not even plural
And
shirts.
I felt that some of Dan's were a reach. He may have felt the same about some of mine.
What do you mean with it? Which ones did you find were reach? And I'll tell you what I thought a reach of yours was.
Oh, did I bring any notes? Oh, I would have.
notes?
This was my backup. Would you say that this shirt was
that a smiley
charcoal?
face Nirvana
Would you
shirt?
say the shirt is charcoal or black? This was in my maybe
Oh, the
pot.
that's a good one.
That would have been good,
I
right?
still have a couple other ones. Like I have a second version
Is
of
that black or charcoal?
I don't
No,
know,
that's
man.
black.
I
Is
think,
that black?
I think you go with black.
That's
I mean,
black.
it is
Black?
charcoal.
It's
but
totally black.
Is that
if you
black?
were to buy it, it would be
black.
charcoal, but I would say that's black.
No, it's
What does that mean?
I think you can slide.
It just
if
means
you buy
that-
it in a catalog, it's
for the
charcoal. But
listener,
if you look
for
at
the
it, it's
listener,
black.
the T-shirt that Mike is holding is a Cinefamily T-shirt from Los Angeles,
tons of
California.
stains all over it.
and there are some stains on it, and it looks like it's just been worn a lot and well worn.
There's
So
zero stains on
the
it. I
black
haven't
has
had it
turned
long
But
enough.
look at
to
it up
get
close. It
any,
looks like
It does look
whatever.
like stains.
Who
It looks
cares?
like you masturbated into that.
I didn't want to say
Kinda
it.
gross.
This is not an inquisition.
Actually, this episode is an
It's
intervention.
about
It's an
black. It's
intervention.
about black T-shirts.
It's about Michael Morona.
It's not about
masturbating
whacking it.
into black T-shirts.
It's not about
after
whacking it.
He's got a whole pile. All 31 T-shirts.
I want
are
to
sitting
thank you guys for waiting for this type of content until you knew that there were going to be no guests around or women because you just alienated pretty much the whole audience. Good job,
No,
fellas.
I mean we did a whole episode with poop and pee jokes,
But that was great.
content. You're saying that took it too
We
far.
have more. We have more if we need to. We could do 1.5 of that.
I could do another week of black T-shirts.
You could do another week of poop jokes as well.
I have another like. I have a good like 5 more that I could have used.
So Dan,
that I
I'm
decided
disappointed
not to.
Dan ended with more in the tank. I chose to completely finish my load on the 31st.
You did. I know. I was really
Why do
curious
you phrase it
of
like
when
that
you were
if you
going to
took
get.
offense to what we were saying before?
Because he doesn't really take offense to it.
You
went-
already
you
broke
went
the
for-
ice. I do take offense.
you
You
went
already
for-
broke that. They drew first blood.
You
they
went
drew
for
first
quality,
blood.
he went for quantity. That's
Exactly.
what you're saying.
Tell
Are
him
you
to
Rambo?
call it off.
Are you Rambo?
Tell him to call it off.
Why are your sleeves rolled up, Danny?
Because I'm hot, man. It's
Because
hot.
the sun is out.
Okay.
Sun's out, guns out.
You know what I
That's
was
right.
expecting for a big finale was you to walk in with a T-shirt made of paper towels that you've dyed black, and you didn't do it. That would have been the perfect.
I was going to wear the Cinefamily
It wouldn't have been a
T-shirt
T-shirt.
underneath this T-shirt to
You
be
could
like my
Sharpie
backup.
a paper
No,
towel.
you
or
cannot
something.
make a paper towel T-shirt Because I thought about wearing short sleeve shirts that have.
Do not tell me that you can't make a paper towel T-shirt.
You,
not
sir,
do that.
You,
As a
sir, are
t-shirt?
in no position
No.
to tell me that you cannot make a paper towel
until I
t-shirt.
see the
For the listener,
I'm talking to two of the most skilled
until I see the patent.
stage workers in New York
Until
City.
I see that fucking patent that you have, it's not a real thing.
for
So
the
I don't give a
listener,
shit.
I'm not talking about patents.
please submit.
I'm talking about.
I'm not going to
George
patent a paper towel T-shirt.
Stop saying patent. It makes me think of George C. Scott and a bad memory I have.
For the listener, please submit t-shirt designs for paper towel content.
Show
to
me on George
Danny and
Patton where I
Mike,
touched you.
DannyandMike.com.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys did it. You did a great job.
We
in
did
May.
it. 28
work.
solid different tees.
That's right.
We shared your final, which I wore a week ago, and secretly, Mike was texting me saying that, oh, you're wearing all these new T-shirts, you must be running low. He's trying to fucking scare me.
Yeah, intimidation tactics. by Mike
It was
Barone.
actually pretty solid.
I could see that.
It's pretty
Look at
solid
him with
because
that
I'm not.
kind of smirk.
Look,
Exactly.
I'm going to go out there and say
Yeah.
that yes, I had a couple other black T-shirts.
Yeah,
I would
so why
like
didn't
to
you
bring
use
to the
those
table
instead of doubling up
because
those
I
ones?
wanted to use.
You wanted to salt the earth. That's fine.
Well, You
wanted to get a free beer out of
Congratulations. You
Freddy's.
congratulations. You pissed on the hedge. The hedge
was-
is now yellow.
It was more like when I posted myself in the Mutoid Man black T-shirt. I thought that you, Michael, when I texted you and said, "Are we doubling up or not?" Because then I could use the gingivitis.
I thought you were talking
Then
about
you did.
something else.
So then I was like, okay, well then I'll make it even because I want to play fair. I wasn't trying to like just go overboard.
I don't see how you playing different T-shirts, and by play in this case, because we're in like a gaming context, means wear a black T-shirt that day. I don't see why you making a unique play would have reduced my mana at all. You know what I mean? We would have just both had unique T-shirts every single day, but you instead chose to salt the streets for snow instead of sand them like they do in New England.
Yeah, well, you know what? Salt works better. It may rust underneath the cars.
You're buying a
and
new
stuff.
car every so often.
Yeah, but you know what? Hey,
You're not seeing as many Saturns
that's
in New
why
York
you
City.
lease, Michael. That's why you lease.
Why you lease? I got a hand-me-down.
This has been That's Why You Lease with Danny Tamborelli.
Never buy a car.
You're
Never
welcome.
buy a
That's
house.
why you lease it. You're gonna get sick of the car. You want to get a new one. later.
Never buy a house. Don't
Live
buy
on the
houses.
East Coast. The salt. Oh God, the salt's gonna just eat away at the bottom of your car. Make sure you lease it.
Where is this person that you're talking to if they're not in the East Coast?
That was definitely.
Yeah, well, if they're not in the
Maybe
East
they
Coast or in the
relocated to
Midwest,
Florida?
it's the same bullshit.
No, that accent you were doing was
Oh.
like that you were elsewhere.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, you don't.
Most days.
Half the time.
To quote Boogie Nights, I know what state I'm in. State of California.
This is my big. No, Brenda does that. He does the famous scene from Boogie Nights.
Not into it.
You're not into Boogie Nights?
You didn't like that
Not
movie?
into Brendan doing the
Oh, yeah.
scene. Let's see your T-shirt. Let's see your T-shirt that you have on right now.
So
It's Freddy's.
it's my favorite local bar.
How many Freddy's T-shirts do you have?
This is the only one I have.
That's not true.
It's true, and it's a recent acquisition.
Was that can I ask, was that a gift or did you have to
No,
pay
this
for
is
it?
the only black T-shirt in the whole month.
Oh, that you moved, yeah.
Yeah, and he bought a replacements one, so I felt like it was okay for me to buy
Oh, one and
too.
one? There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah. Yeah.
Again, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to be
yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
'Cause
Exactly.
I'm a fair guy.
I don't know.
Listeners, I'm a fair guy.
His complexion.
He goes to fairs
His
all the
complexion is
time.
fair to middling, I would say, but it's fair to freckled.
My complexion is humid right now.
That's why your sleeves are rolled up.
Your whole personal aura is humid right now. You have like a very rose raindrop aura.
Well, here's a funny thing. For Memorial Day weekend, Jones played some shows in Jersey down the shore.
See, I was in North
and it
Jersey.
wasn't cool. I mean, it wasn't warm. It was cold.
That's
And
good.
it wasn't fair to be on the beach in Asbury Park on a
That
Saturday.
means you can rock out as hard as you want and sweat.
I mean, it's true, but for me, I was even cold. Like it
And
wasn't. even-
you travel with insulation.
I have much insulation. That's true. That's your first fat joke today, Mike. That's pretty good. How many minutes are we in?
We're about 23.
That's pretty solid.
Pretty good. Is that a new record?
It might be a new record, actually.
That'd be a new record.
Unless you count the
Although
entire paper
t-shirt.
towel. Unless you count the
Paper
entire
towel
That's
paper
not a
t-shirt.
fat joke. That's
That's a fat
sweat
motif.
That's a deep-seated
That's a fat motif.
No,
yeah.
It's
That's a deep track fat joke.
That's the ultimate callback.
Deep track fat joke.
I figured I would wear this T-shirt as the ultimate callback because I was hoping to have Lane Moore on today on the pod, but we both fucked up equally on that.
No,
one.
that was that's okay for the listener. Next, it might be the second. It might be the second.
We'll try and issue
We're not
it real soon.
The first week of June, we're going to be doing a lot of podcasting.
They're not going to believe this. They're going to call in the note. We better get the fuck out of town.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's disappear.
Jeremy, will you hold down the fort for us?
Yeah. The podcast fort?
I was up in Ramsey when you were down in Asbury.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. You're my old
cooking
stomping
out.
grounds.
We were cooking out. I brought kielbasi from Greenpoint,
Nice.
as is my wont. And despite all requests, I brought mustard anyway from the Polish place because I love that Polish mustard. Not myself, giving it to other people.
Yeah. Do you? I'm glad that you went there to get it and not to the place down the street from Freddy's that's gone now.
Oh, Eagle Provisions.
Yeah.
Old Red Eye.
Old
Redbird there. The Tecate of the deli world.
The Tecate of for the listener, Jeremy is pouring everybody water.
This dangerous
because we
president.
Need to be,
Dangerous president.
hydrated.
Can we get some?
There's also a
Mike
weird
didn't
bottle.
ask.
There's also a weird bottle of Visine on the table. I can't tell if that's liquid acid or if
My
it's
eyes
just
have been burning,
Visine.
man.
That's
I
if
think it's
you-
allergy season or something.
It's from Wedding Crashers. That's if you're a total prick at dinner, you're going to get the eye drops.
Also, I put it in your drink, so you're gonna have diarrhea.
Well, I'm on
Danny's.
I'm on some
Okay.
antibiotics right now, and they're
Obviously, you've never
You guys
seen
think I'm not a sore loser at soccer, but
Obviously, you've never seen them.
clindamycin. The antibiotic clindamycin right now is giving me diarrhea.
wait, you're on antibiotics?
Yeah, because of my tooth.
Real talk, guys.
Wait,
Guys,
Real talk.
I had a problem with
let's
Right
talk
now-
with Health Corner.
Right now, you are the guest, so tell
talk
me
about
about your tooth,
health
Danny.
corner.
my
with
tooth.
Dan
My tooth
Tamburo.
isn't it's not doing so great, and then I've got a molar in the back that was worked on years ago, and
Molar in the
There's like a
back,
feeling
brusher
that,
in
like,
the front,
yeah,
flosser all around.
dude, I literally woke up one day and I could feel pain from like the tip of my jaw, like to my front bottom teeth.
And that was my first day of college. And I never did
And I
anything
said I'd never
about
do
it.
that again.
Yeah.
No, but it's
When did you
it's a
decide to do
problem.
something about
It's
it?
a problem. It's been a problem for a little while, and it started really acting up. And so I went to get it looked at. And
The
the
problem is
goddamn insurance companies, they're going to take care of this. I'm going to get a root canal on this too. Then I can't
I think the problem
get
is
someone to look at my or do a root canal for like a month. Like I'm
They're all
sitting,
busy?
I'm like
That's
on
crazy.
antibiotics and like
Wait, they're all
they
busy?
gave me like pain pills and like
No, this is bad.
naproxen and shit.
This is bad.
And they're like, sorry,
do
we
it.
can't see it. Yeah,
Mike and I have been taking
Can you do
weekend
root canals?
classes.
Can you guys do root canals?
Yeah.
For real?
I got a Ryobi drill in there. Mike,
you
you
have
got...
a Ryobi drill?
Yeah, I usually use American, but I can adapt.
No, it's fine.
Oh, yeah. Craftsman?
Yeah.
No.
No?
DeWalt.
We're gonna have to get you
Well,
really
what about
drunk.
Milwaukee?
They can suck it.
Wow.
Is that a brand we hate?
I don't know. No, they've got the coolest.
Yeah, they're
they've
all
got
right.
the coolest.
I don't have a problem with any of those brands.
Do you?
No, I don't think
I mean,
so.
well, what's Sears? Is the Craftsman Sears?
Yeah,
Sears
still.
is great,
Yeah,
yeah.
until they get bought by somebody
I
else.
mean, they've been bought. Sears is not even Sears anymore.
You've been
guys.
boughten.
You've
been bought.
You're Gimbals. Gimbals is dead. You're
Are you
Gimbals.
saying there's no brands to hate this month? Because that's kind
I'm
of
sure we can
I'll
find.
find.
We can definitely.
Oh
find
yeah, the Home
one.
Depot can go fuck itself.
Wow.
Because I wandered up and down its aisles,
The Depot
helpless.
of Home.
Yeah, yeah. The Home Depot is a real suck town.
I mean,
But
you can also
it's
go.
the
We
wall-
also
wait,
sort of
wait,
went
wait,
into
wait,
FIFA.
wait, wait.
FIFA was also sort
yeah.
of a FIFA.
Congratulations to Home Depot. You've managed to become the Walmart of home improvement stores.
I do prefer Lowe's over Home Depot, but normally you hate a brand and you have a very good reason.
Yeah, and
human right violations
thank you for
or
guiding
ethical
me.
reasons.
Thank you for guiding me right into FIFA and them being a brand that we hate eternally, because they give us a nice product, and that product comes at incalculable cost to human lives, which is horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I tend to think of soccer as
But all the
much
people
more.
have been killed building stadiums in Qatar.
The
Do you
word.
think that'll be stripped?
What do you mean?
Do you think it'll go forth? The Qatar World Cup.
They'll play naked?
No, I'm saying like due to all of these.
Will you let me finish? For God's sake, I was about to launch into a heart-wrenching soliloquy, and now
Is it
you guys have
about Home
derailed
No,
it.
no, no, no. Please go. We're sorry.
Go ahead. Go
We're
for
sorry.
it.
No, because I just I used the
You
word
just hyped it up.
I used the word incalculable because I wanted to impart some gravity to the speech that it did not have because I had not thought of it beforehand. But no, it comes at a big loss. I always thought that soccer was cooler than golf because of the ratio of grass to people, but it's not. If you look at all this money that changed hands, and yeah, every time you hear about people dying in stadium construction, it sucks. But in this case, it seems the worst. It like, as bad as everything is, it seems like people are pushing to get away with even more these days, and that's how. And because we're going to get a deferred prosecution, there's going to be a settlement of some kind. That's the cynicism.
Do you feel like the mood in general in the world is man, we're going down a deep and dark road.
Yeah.
But no,
Actually,
I feel like
had a simulcast with the World earlier today, so
they were feeling down in the dumps.
yes.
Morano was on Periscope
With the world.
with the world.
No, but I feel like it's like I feel like there's more bad news than I've ever experienced in my entire life in the last
With
like,
respect,
just-
you are 50, and at this point, with
Almost.
respect,
No,
with
I'm not.
respect,
no,
His
but it just
AARP card came today.
it just seems the
solicitations you're getting for Geritol coupons.
that is a brand we love actually. No, it just seems like it seems like we're that greed is taking a front seat to basic human.
The problem is that
It's
as
always
humans,
been going on, but now the social media, you can see it for yourself more often.
humans are getting more free, right? In general, humans are over time. Martin Luther King Jr. was right that the arc is bending towards justice.
Well, now I'm all bummed out.
You guys want to make a quick trip to the Gowanus canal?
What do you want to
You
swing?
take a dip?
You want to swing?
I think
Swing a
you guys did-
backstroke?
Yeah, we talked about that.
A celebratory backstroke on the last day of May.
I did think about putting a one of those kiddie swimming pools in my living room once, but then if it's a hole or something, I ruin everything. I'm just saying we could take a dip right now. We
Everything?
could be podcasting in a
What
kiddie
your
pool.
whole
I think we should
leather
do that next
sectional that
time.
you're sticking to anyway in the summer?
I didn't hear any of that.
To it.
Your leather sectional.
You do
That's what
stick
you would.
to it.
That's
What's
what
wrong?
you would. Like, what is there to ruin in the basement?
DVDs, Pete and Pete DVDs over there. I would hate for them to get. Oh yeah, I own the DVDs. I just don't watch them.
You have season. You have season 3.
I have them all. Yeah,
You have season
that one
3?
special season 3. Nobody else has ever seen. It's right there. No big deal.
For the listener,
You found the warehouse in Jersey?
for the listener, he's gesturing in the air wildly. There's clearly no DVDs over there.
Kind of look like Artie from season 2 when he was episode 3 when he was out in the middle of the.
Oh, when he drove that truck across America to save America from Chris Christopherson.
Oh man, I could listen to some Chris Christopherson.
Well,
right
on
now.
fire. I was on fire, not the car.
No.
I really enjoyed Mad
Great.
Max Fury Road.
Oh
Did
yeah.
you see it?
Yeah. I went to see it when I was in
I've not seen
Pittsburgh. I definitely recommend.
As someone who enjoyed the series originally,
Yeah.
you liked it?
Yes, I saw, but you know that you've seen Thunderdome more on TBS or TNT than any
Any of the other ones?
than any like on-demand viewing of it.
Yeah, I don't think I can't remember the last time I saw Beyond Thunder.
I would like to revisit them all and then watch the new movie. But
I happen to have a
Did you-
half an ounce of mushrooms here for you
Thank
to
you.
do that whole thing.
did you
That's gonna be fun.
did you watch it in IMAX?
Yes, IMAX 3D.
Nice.
So
guess that's the
if
way
you
to go.
want, we can go and see it in non-3D. 'cause
So
I'm ready to
basically,
complete
what
the
you're
set.
saying is Michael C.
Ramona.
Michael C. Ramona.
Well, we're not doing very good with names. today.
No, Michael C. Ramona. You've got lice and ringworm now.
What? Because I went to see it in IMAX.
Because you put on those disgusting 3D glasses.
Oh, it's better than that. I put them on in Pittsburgh, so I got them from Ohio
Wait, RP,
people.
is that a thing?
The worst.
What's that?
Is that a thing?
What is?
People getting ringworm and Eye diseases?
Impetigo.
I don't know. You're sharing.
No, you're not.
sharing stuff that you put in your.
They're all brand new when they're in a bag.
I don't know about that.
And then they melt them down and probably remake them.
No,
Yeah.
I don't. I
Yeah,
don't know
each
if that's
time-
true.
each
Well,
time,
then
yeah.
you
Tell
have
us, you were
built-in ringworm and lice into the plastic.
Have
Well,
you
then
guys
that's
seen
everything we're around right now?
Have you guys seen
I'm itchy. That's all I'm
Snowpiercer?
saying. What I'm saying is I'm
Because your
itchy.
stupid fucking tooth. The drugs aren't working. Go ahead, Mike. Sorry.
Yeah, he's going into withdrawal. That's why he's itchy.
I'm not. I
Have you
an
seen
infection?
Have you seen Snowpiercer?
Yes.
So you remember how they make the protein bars?
Yes.
That's kind of how they make the 3D glasses.
And spoiler alert: if you haven't seen Snowpiercer,
That's how they make the glasses. If you haven't seen Snowpiercer, Captain America kills a bunch of guys with no remorse and like no pausing to say stupid things. Like, it's about us. It's about the team. He doesn't do any of that shit.
He
He just goes
does
right
it.
ahead. He just goes right ahead and kills a lot
he
of
straight
people.
Sylvester Stallone cobras everybody.
There's no matchstick sticking out of
Minus,
his mouth.
yeah, I was going to say minus the matchstick.
Wasn't that the name of your album, Minus the Matchstick?
Yeah. It did pretty well overseas. Big, really big in Europe.
I thought Austria was very big.
Yeah, Austria loved it.
Minus the Matchstick.
Minus the matchstick. It was an emo type band. Yeah.
Minus the bear sued you.
Yeah. And it just when I sang, it was just mumbly because I had a matchstick in my mouth all the time.
Jeremy, we already know, sings like the Weaker Thans as soon as he tries to sing in any type of emotional way.
I like the Weaker Thans. I used to like the Weaker Thans.
Exactly. Until
They had a good album.
Until I heard them sing.
Saltwater Creek on the ash of my father. Something like that. I don't know. Can't remember any of the words. It's been a long time since I've listened to the old Weaker Thans.
So brands we hate: FIFA,
Yep, covered that. Home Depot, covered that.
Home Depot.
Oh,
horrible.
Although there was no
Your
really good
segment-
reasoning
your
other than an
segment's there.
inconvenience to you.
Oh no, you could magnify my complaints by a million and say this is not a coincidence, or you could look into the structure of the company and see how they fuck everyone and everything in sight. I was solicited to see if I would hire laborers several times on a Saturday.
Speaking of laborers,
Oh, and how labor has how labor's share of the national income is eroded over the past 50 years.
Man, we're going deep in this.
Do you wish
episode.
that you
We're
were a
gonna figure this
roadie
thing
the other
out.
night at Brooklyn Bowl for Gene Ween doing some Billy Joel songs, or what? Man, that's like
I
to
could've
quote
rolled up-
PCP. I can't speak today. I swear it's the drugs. I swear to God, it's the drugs.
Yeah, for the listener, Danny has a tooth infection.
Yeah, it's naproxen, Vicodin, and
And
Those are
4:30
brands,
p.m.
and clindamycin.
and
all
4:30 p.m. is also.
That's for your genital herpes, though. Go ahead.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I just want to know how you like.
I would have had a black
that's your
T-shirt
theses,
on.
man.
I would have had a black T-shirt on that night, man.
A weenie.
And he sort of looks like Billy Joel right now.
Now you're digging too deep.
Gene Ween's bald and gray and he's got a bulbous nose right now. And it looks like
Shit,
he looks
bro.
like Billy Joel.
That's harsh.
I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying.
Were you there?
No, but I saw pictures
And
and he looked like Billy Joel.
can you
on
bust out?
stage.
Can you bust out some pits?
No, but I'll go. I'm sure I'll go to Brooklyn Vegan and find them.
Do you think that somebody was just from the crowd was like, play some Billy Joel? And then he was like,
I
okay.
can do this.
And
Plays
then he
the
was like,
piano, man.
What?
No, you have to. You can't just jump in with a band to play piano, man.
You absolutely
like
can.
as much as like.
Here I go. I'm gonna walk to that piano and I'm gonna
Billy
drop
Joel
some
the credit,
knowledge.
but you can't just do that.
You're right. You have
That
to
was
start off with
that was
moving out.
definitely planned.
You have to start off with moving out, Anthony's song. That's a good one to drop
Yeah.
into.
That's
and then
true.
you move on
warm
to
up
Captain
it.
Jack,
Yeah, maybe
and then
you're right.
you
No,
then
you
excel.
end with Captain.
Yeah, you
No,
gotta
no,
end
I'm
it.
saying you move on.
Big shot.
You-
Big shot. The encore is Big Shot.
Okay, no. The encore is Goodnight Saigon.
What?
Gets
We've
real-
obviously been
gets
to
really-
different shows in the garden.
Well, I saw Billy Joel on New Year's Eve
I told you.
and the Millennium.
I told you we went to. Oh, that's when I was in Japan.
Yeah,
We
well,
discussed this.
Yeah, we have.
I was hoping
discussed
America would blow up and it would be a novelty.
I was-
blow up.
I was
I'm
hoping that
kidding.
Billy Joel would
Maybe
be
it did.
fish.
Maybe this is an alternate
But they
reality
weren't.
we've all been living. Maybe this podcast doesn't exist.
So I didn't like the Avengers anywhere near as much as Mad Max.
I haven't seen any new movies in a while.
That's okay. What do you think of the Winter Soldier?
I didn't see it.
So we have that in common. I was going to lie my way through the whole conversation.
Were you? About
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there was a big sign on Atlantic Avenue headed towards JFK. That was a weird one. That I didn't want to see that movie because I didn't like the advertisement.
The Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
That's
it's an ill story.
I like the first Captain America. I thought it was great. I caught a midnight screening. No big deal.
It's like Snowpiercer, except the hero like says a bunch of stuff and believes in America.
At just the right time, when the music is swelling
Yeah, and he occasionally puts boots on.
in the winter.
There's less hacking.
Because it's the winter.
There's less hacking.
Yeah.
Less hacking.
Yeah.
Like Dan when it's not immediately pollen free.
Oh yeah, I mean it happens, man. It's that time of the year, and you know I can have a toothache, I could be stuffy, I can have a runny nose.
You could have the runs
I can
as
have
you
the
do
runs.
as you do
I
right
do
now,
right now.
owing to your antibiotic use.
Look, for the listener, I was 20 minutes late to the start of this podcast because
he ate at
I
the
parked
Annie
my
Ann's and the
car.
Port Authority.
No, oh God, no, no. I parked the car and I had to go poop.
We're gonna save this for the podcast.
Sorry.
That has poop stories.
no, I mean,
I don't
I'm
think
not
you
going
really
into
needed
the
to
story.
Yeah, because I
Just
didn't
saying.
see you, but I don't like that because I didn't see you wash your hands yet since we started.
We did all high
They
five,
smell
though.
fine.
That's not
Smells like I didn't get anything on it.
For the
Smells like I
listener,
didn't
I
get anything on it.
apologize.
that doesn't. Yeah, we're gonna elbow you out of the room now,
sorry.
Jeremy.
Wow.
You're suddenly turning into a brand we
This
hate.
is a
And we will
crazy,
push in your
crazy
attention.
turn of events, and I'm out, and you guys are in.
I got you Purell for your birthday.
But our new podcast is just going to be us playing FIFA against each other for hours.
Talking
on end.
smack.
Yeah.
There was really
you're talking shit about FIFA.
there was also really no you're
FIFA sucks.
but
Not
buy
the-
their video game.
The organization.
No, it's a demo, so
Yeah.
well, I'm not giving him the money.
Yeah, the demo was a bit blocky. I think I would have scored with Raheem.
telling you, I didn't have my team or my.
You use the Cincinnati Bearcats in FIFA as well, like an idiot.
They're pretty good. They growl.
Carson Palmer's got one hell of a leg, man.
Don't bring him up.
You got one left leg.
Painful. At least we made the playoffs. Yeah.
To what do you call it? Disheartened soccer players all over who think that they might fare better elsewhere. Come to the NFL, to a new, more corrupt organization, and throw yourself around and risk concussion for just 16 games a year rather than 38.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Not a huge
Hey,
deal.
do you
Home
smoke
Depot
weed?
will sponsor
You
you.
smoke weed and get caught for it? We may suspend you. You beat the shit out of your wife? We might suspend you.
We might. We'll
We'll think about suspending you. Oh, you hit your kid with a switch? No, you're done.
You're ruined.
Boy, we were really going off today. Sports, guys.
The world in general. We're
Sports.
just figuring it out from the top to the bottom.
We went to a space you were more comfortable with versus Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah, much more comfortable.
which
with
also
sports
has
than
its own
Dragon Ball
problems
Z.
with violence.
Yeah, is it? Well, was Dragon
And
Ball
corruption.
Z
And
Was
corruption.
Dragon Ball Z the cartoon that used to give kids epileptic seizures?
No, that was you've really stepped in it this time, Watson.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
That was
What it?
Pokemon.
Oh, that was
and
Pokemon.
there's a brand that you hate because
yeah.
you can't get it straight. You are the
Wow.
eternal Charizard. You really are.
I don't know what that means.
Exactly. I'll
take it.
say one more code word that I don't know what it means.
Yo-Yoga!
That's see that. I don't know if that. I don't know what that
Sonic
adds.
Boom.
Yeah, I don't know what that adds to the. I guess this is more of an East versus West
Sometimes
thing
they
that
just-
we're acting out. Then that's how FIFA tried to characterize it as a Europhobic, rest of the world phobic, paranoid America.
We love to get Africa involved. Otherwise, Guile is going to come here with the Sonic Boom.
They're kind of glomming on. They're kind of
was
glomming
well
onto
received.
Putin at this point.
Oh,
They're trying to agree with Putin, saying everyone's against us, especially the U.S. Which, to be fair, they probably are.
to be completely fair.
To be wearing black T-shirts for 31 days in May when it was
I
a
can't
warm.
wait to
it was
wear
a warm May.
colored T-shirt tomorrow.
Like what? What color?
I think I'm going to wear a red T-shirt. I'm going to wear my.
don't you wear a white
I'm going to wear
T-shirt?
my Meat Puppets T-shirt.
Don't you
Oh,
wear a
it's
white
not a bad idea.
T-shirt?
I'm going to wear my Under the Sun Meat Puppets T-shirt that I haven't worn in a long time, at least a month, probably longer.
There
I
was
found it in
nothing.
a box
There was nothing stopping
in my
you
apartment.
from, putting whatever T-shirt on at night.
So
I mean, I definitely sweat through some T-shirts.
And I know that you shower with
But
your
I-
black T-shirts
I
on
can't-
this month.
that was part of the deal, right?
Oh, was it?
Here's my question:
We
is,
agreed.
how are you going to step it up next year?
T-shirts with collars.
Pop them? You definitely don't have 30
No, I don't- I
colored
do not have-
T-shirts.
30 colored t-shirts.
So
I mean,
you guys-
if it was
that's
a white,
horrible
if it was
idea.
a white t-shirt
Soccer
competition,
socks
I would have
contest?
lost in 3 days.
Soccer socks contest.
If it was an underwear competition, you would have lost in 3 days.
You would have lasted
I
longer.
go
at
free balling,
thongs.
so what?
Joke for the kids
oops.
out there.
Oops.
You're oopsing because you said free balling
Yeah.
when you just talked about him jerking off into a black shirt. I think we're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I think that makes you double wrong.
It makes me double chafy.
Gentlemen, ladies, boys and girls.
If anyone is still here at this point after this disgusting discussion.
I was just thinking of my.
It's a
I was
fun
just
discussion.
thinking.
This is the first time that we've done a
I know. I was just thinking.
a
This is our
podcast
this is our
just by
Seinfeld
us.
episode.
let's spring
our
for
Seinfeld episode. I like
let's
that.
let's spring
That's an
for some
episode.
air conditioning next time.
I would love to do that.
I think it's part of the allure. You know, we started with no air conditioning this whole
Yeah, and now we here.
process. We
We
started.
started from the air conditioning.
We started
now
in the
we're
hot
here.
room.
No, I can't
and
do
now
it.
we're here. Still here. Same place. Well, shall we wrap this up?
Yeah,
Gents?
let's wrap it up. And since there's no guest and nobody to plug, I'm going to plug my girlfriend's book that just came out.
That's a great idea.
So I've read it,
There's
and
a-
I'm not even a young adult.
There
It's
is
a
a
YA book.
significant overlap between black T-shirt wearers, Dragon Ball Z fans, and young
And young adult book.
It's our
Go
Seinfeld
Caitlin.
Go buy Immaculate, which is a book about what would happen if a 17-year-old virgin became pregnant. So it's a story of what if, what could happen.
That's right.
What would happen to the world if that actually happened? Who knows?
Who knows? Who's the author?
Caitlin Detweiler.
And where can you find this?
You can find this wherever books are sold.
Great.
On the street?
Yeah, on the street. Part of the amendment.
It's from the streets.
It's the
is what I
First
heard.
Amendment. That you know what, Michael? That's something that Michael taught me on this during doing these podcasts. Is that selling books is totally legal because it falls under the First Amendment right.
So if you're ever in the middle of the street, just jump on the sidewalk and say, "I'm selling a book."
Always keep one book on you.
Yeah.
I'm selling this book. I'm not selling the drugs in my pocket. I'm keeping those. Oh. Well, I thought that was my get
Your
out of
covenant has been
jail.
busted. Your air conditioner just got pushed in by yourself.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Gentlemen, it's been lovely. Let's get some air conditioning on us. Thank you for listening, and check us out on Twitter. We'll plug ourselves.
Yeah.
At D. Tamborelli, at Michael C. Morona, at Remy Balin, and at Danny and Mike with the and spelled out.
Yeah, so this was a not a true adventure, but we're gonna come back with you in a week or two. With
We have so many.
No,
a couple adventures.
it was an adventure being in a
Okay.
basement with you with no air conditioning.
At least you had fresh water.
You smelled the smells and you've seen the sights.
I made up a new thing. This will be a little treat for a listener at the end. I made up a new thing called a Mexican hand job.
Okay, what's that?
You eat a tamale, and like your hand gets really steamy and soft.
Yeah, that happens. I had a tamale last night, and that's exactly
Let him
what happened.
finish.
And then you let me finish.
Gross.
See you next time.
I gave myself a Mexican hand job. It would be the end of the story if we were telling a story at this point.
Bye bye.
The Adventures of Danny and Mike stars Danny Tamborelli and Michael C. Morona. The show is produced by Jeremy Balin and Marianne Ways. This podcast is part of the Feral Audio Podcasting Collective and can be found on their website at feralaudio.com. For more information on the guys, visit our website at dannyandmike.com. Also, look us up on Twitter at Danny and Mike with the and spelled out, and on Facebook at facebook.com/The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Thanks for listening.
Feral Audio.